a lion upon beat production. This is a Lion Prime Beat production.
You never see what it better be heavily treading on the road of heavenly, let it free like a brick of beta battling, like the pain and shame will never leave deadly, like you stop in the back and it's tap tat, better knock for you act and you grab that when you hop on the track and you slop on your rap, but then knock on slack or I'll blap blap with a middle finger up and I dig it to the nuts and I cut when I struck and I fling it with the dumps, I rub when I fuck and I sting it with the butt, she's up what she wanted to bring it to a cusp of a climax with a dime in the mind when I saw make it climb with you grind that, her behind on my side and the mind that, staying right on the tide when I find that, I'm never gonna see some go-getter when I try to rep the piece and a goaltender when you try to hit a three, you be no winner, and if we cannot reprieve him, calm and I rep the referee. I'm so sinner you would not believe. I cook dinner on the top of trees with a slop of the chops and the pork of pigs and the neck of sea. Goals I take part of rituals that'll get you sick like a witch potion. Superman can't stand these blows. When I take the top off and drop this on him, you just knock off the trying to steal him. Technology from us in wheeling, two stuck solder and the masses keeling. We cannot trust but us no kneeling. Better see the revelry, wetter than the weather be. Feathers can be heavier than a tether, carrying 70 tons of hate and angry thoughts awaken severely, impede your direction if you cannot tame it mentally. Better see the revelry, wetter than the weather be. Feathers can be heavier than a tether, carrying 70 tons of hate and angry thoughts awaken severely, impede your direction if you cannot tame it mentally. Hope for the appearing with a scope to be staring, mope on the soaps that be staring, joke to be dope when you're staring, poke on the pope with the pipe you be carrying, at the light you be staring, light it up in the cut, suck and you puff on the blunt, ain't enough when you hooked on the stuff, get the bud to your lungs and the try and the comb, say goodbye to your home, you were high, you were stoned, and I mean that with a clean rap and a beanbag, seen that, let me bean stab with a mean jab, he jab, said they be bad, but it seemed that we had teams on the scene when we scream at, I say to leave at the seats like a dream, that seat should have freak out, flee out, with the green that the fiend and the mean that the blinged out, weed out, all the bad ones, they scab on their arms, going blab, but we say keep them right in an arm, left up beyond where there won't be a problem, bad ones have none if you stab them, and you don't make them scream and have fun, with a sack of trees, so they pack up beers, you ain't stacked but you're cool as a breeze, go attack and you max them, giving that like a bat with a strap and attract all the brats that are dumb and a flash gum, stand back when I snap and detract from the map, lay a trap as you pass in my path and a snap didn't half done, and a catch you can craft that can patch you up after I'm done, you won't last when I rap and I blast on your ass, I'm attached, you won't match, don't ask who a trash with a mask on. Better see the revelry, wetter than the weather be, feathers can be heavier than a tether, carrying 70 tons of hate and angry thoughts awaken severely, impede your direction if you cannot tame it mentally. Better see the revelry, wetter than the weather be, feathers can be heavier than a tether, carrying 70 tons of hate and angry thoughts awaken severely, impede your direction if you cannot tame it mentally. Shoot 'em with a click clack, make 'em shit when I spit and I rip that, with a clip on my hip, never sit when I rip on my raps. If you're with that, think you're big bad but you're bit sad, if them in the problem to skit scat, it's a skill you pretend when you spit rap, think you win, you're a sin and Brandon, you're a trick bruh, so go sit down for I get out a lot more than is needed, let my pitch shot hit the floor, you're defeated, wanna hit mouth, say some more, you're deleted, this a big bout, praise scorers and beaten, but your lip pouts cause the core I am eating, get the whip out, you're my whore and a cretin, leave you sick now when I run up in a rip crowds, if I slip how I score, I've been teaching.